Okay, so imagine this. You're sitting in a cave dying, and the last thing you decide to do is write down everything you've ever felt, feared, and regretted. That's the opening of Black Sky, and it's one of the most haunting starts to a story I've ever read.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just haunting, it's disorienting in the best way. You're dropped into this man's unraveling, and from the very first page, you know this isn't going to be your typical post apocalyptic thriller.
Not at all. I mean, I went in expecting something like Mad Max or The Walking Dead, gritty survival, maybe some action packed standoffs. But what I got was this deeply personal, almost confessional exploration of one man's psyche as the world collapses around him.
And what's so fascinating is that the apocalypse isn't even the most important part. It's almost like a backdrop to Travis's internal collapse, which has been happening long before the nukes went off.
Exactly. The book makes it clear that Travis has been in crisis for years. He talks about his panic attacks, his anxiety, these stretches of depression that he can't even fully articulate. And there's this moment early on where he admits that he's been waiting for the world to fall apart.
That moment gave me chills. He says he used to pray for disasters, not because he wanted people to suffer, but because he wanted the world to stop pretending everything was fine.
And then it happens. The world collapses. Nuclear war, societal breakdown. And his reaction isn't relief or vindication. It's this bitter, exhausted, I told you so, but it's also grief.
So much grief. He loses his wife, Katrina, his brother, Bo, and countless others. And the book becomes this meditation on what it costs to keep going when you've lost almost everything that made life worth living.
And that's what makes Travis such a compelling character. He's not a hero in the traditional sense. He's deeply flawed. He admits to being a liar, a manipulator, someone who's hurt the people closest to him. But at the same time, he's someone who keeps choosing to protect others, even when it costs him everything.
Like with Aiden and Jada, the two kids he meets along the way. At first, he wants nothing to do with them. He's cold, even cruel, and tells them to get lost. But then, almost despite himself, he becomes their protector.
It's like he can't help himself. Even when he's at his lowest, even when he doesn't want to care, he does. And that's what makes him so human.
And then there's Bishop. We absolutely have to talk about Bishop.
Oh, Bishop is terrifying. He's not just some mindless brute. He's intelligent, philosophical, and in his own twisted way, charismatic. He's built this post apocalyptic fiefdom based entirely on fear, and he genuinely believes he's creating order out of chaos.
And the scariest part is, he's not entirely wrong. There's this debate between him and Travis where Bishop argues that fear is the only thing that can truly govern people. And while Travis is horrified by that idea, he also can't completely dismiss it.
Because he's had to make similar choices. There's a scene where Travis is forced to execute someone in front of a crowd to protect the people he cares about. It's brutal, and the book doesn't let him off the hook for it.
That moral complexity is what sets this book apart. It's not about good versus evil in any straightforward way. It's about people trying to navigate an impossible world and the compromises they have to make to survive.
And then there are the dreams. We have to talk about the dreams.
Oh, the dreams. They're this recurring thread throughout the book, and they add another layer of uncertainty to everything. In these dreams, Travis is in a psychiatric hospital, being told he committed horrible crimes, that he killed his wife and son.
And the book never fully resolves whether those dreams are just manifestations of his trauma or if there's a darker truth hidden there.
Which is maddening but also kind of brilliant, because it forces you as the reader to sit with that uncertainty, to ask yourself, does it matter?
Exactly. Whether the apocalypse is real or a product of Travis's mind, the pain he's experiencing is real. The grief, the guilt, the love, it's all real.
And speaking of love, I think that's the thread that holds everything together. His love for his grandmother, for Katrina, for Bo, it's what keeps him moving, even when he doesn't want to.
There's this poem he writes in the book, a eulogy for his grandmother, and it's just stunning. It's this moment of beauty in the midst of so much darkness.
I know the one you're talking about. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read the book, but it stopped me in my tracks.
So, who do you think this book is for? Because it's not an easy read.
No, it's definitely not. There's violence, there's trauma, there's a lot of darkness, but it's not gratuitous. Every moment serves the story, serves Travis's journey.
If you're a fan of books like The Road by Cormac McCarthy or Station 11, or even literary memoirs like The Glass Castle, I think you'll find something here that resonates.
Agreed. It's raw, it's human, and it's the kind of book that stays with you long after you've finished it.
So, are you in the it was all real camp or the he's in a hospital camp?
Oh, I'm firmly undecided, and I think that's the point.
Fair enough. Well, if you've read Black Sky, let us know where you land. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thanks for listening, and take care of yourselves out there.
See you next time.